Okay, so let's say, hypothetically, you need to go on an errand. Obviously, you're going to go armed, because you're a Second Amendment loving merc. So, get your gun on. Good. Now, because you're prudent and you're aware of potential additional threats, let's put our secondary backup gun on. Nope. Need a backup to the backup. Hang on. Now that I have my primary, secondary, and tertiary weapons, I need bullets. For my primary, I will use a double magazine pouch by Bravo Concealment. Now, for my tertiary gun, I also need a backup mag because you never know. For that, I will use a single magazine pouch, also by Bravo Concealment. Now, just in case somebody wants to get really stupid, I will also have a fully loaded 30-round magazine for my AR-15. Again, just in case. And that's going to go right here. Now, I'm ready to go get the mail. Hey guys, Jeremy with The Warrior Solution. Today we are talking about the Core Essentials Gun Belt. This little guy is awesome, and it is essential if you want a rock-solid concealed carry setup. This particular belt is specifically designed and developed by Core Essentials as a gun belt. It is not a fashion belt that works as a gun belt. It is a gun belt that also happens to be very fashionable. The cool thing that makes the Core Essentials belt unique is the fact that it has a Kydex insert between the layers of leather. That makes it very, very stiff, like extremely stiff. I can't bend it at all. This is my old belt. The brand isn't important. Basically, this is a fashion belt. It's not designed for concealed carry, and the leather is very flexible and malleable and bendable. That means that when I put my holster on, it may or may not be in the exact position that I originally put it in when I need it the most. If you know anything about shooting at all, consistency is key, and if your holster is not where you normally consistently draw from, that is a no-go. It's very important that everything is very consistent and repeatable over and over again if you want very accurate, very smooth, fast shooting, as well as drawing from the holster and reacting. As you saw from that intro, it is capable of holding quite a bit of weight very comfortably, but the biggest feature that sets this belt apart from other belts, basically almost all other belts, is the fact that it works like a giant zip tie. So there are tracks on the inside of the belt and a latch here in the buckle that interact with each other to create a zip tie effect, which is awesome. This thing is incredibly adjustable. It is incredibly comfortable. It's super easy to use. To release, there's a little lever here. You push the lever, pull that right out, and off you go. So what really sets the Core Essentials belt apart from traditional belts is the adjustability and the comfort factor. So in a traditional belt, you have your holes, about an inch apart or so, and you only have, on this belt, I've got 5, right? So you've got 5 options, and if your waist doesn't happen to fit into one of those 5 little holes, you're having a bad day, right? The experience is not very good. And if you're like me, you found yourself kind of poking holes in between those holes and making a mess of your belt. The Core Essentials belt, obviously, with the track system, has 800% more adjustability. So every one of these little grooves is essentially a hole that you can use. So every single click that you hear, obviously, equals adjustability, meaning I can have it here, or here, or here, here, here. Say I lost weight. Awesome. And then Thanksgiving rolls around, and let me just loosen that up just a touch. There we go. Something that I've done with this belt that I never did with my other belt is I actually adjust the tension throughout the day based on how the belt feels, how comfortable it is. You know, after I eat, obviously I'm a little bigger, so I loosen it up a little bit. If I'm doing something that requires my belt to be a little bit more secure, I can tighten it down 2 or 3 clicks, good to go, finish that task, loosen it up, and it's very, very comfortable, very intuitive to use using that little latch there. Awesome, awesome belt. So let's talk about cost. This belt costs yeah, 60 bucks. It's only 60 bucks. 60 bucks is completely reasonable. It's absolutely acceptable. I think it's totally fair for what you get. The Kydex and SIRT, this is real leather. The belt is very high quality. Again, this is 2 years old. I've had no issues with it whatsoever. There's a little bit of wear that I'll show you in a minute, but honestly, 60 bucks is a steal for this belt. So I've got no issues with that at all. I think it's fair and just about right. This belt is 2 years old. I've worn it every day for the last 2 years, and this is how it's worn. The main wear you can see right here. This is where the holster normally rides. I also have a job that requires me to carry a radio, so I either have a holster on or a radio on this spot pretty consistently. Same for over here, this wear here. But all in all, for being 2 years old and being worn every day, this thing is in awesome shape. Pros and cons. Pros: looks cool, very comfortable, extremely adjustable, multiple styles, multiple colors. Cons would be it doesn't make sandwiches. It's awesome. The end. So the Warrior Solution is an authorized dealer of Core Essentials. However, that does not influence this review or any other reviews that I do. I will not push products that I do not personally believe in or use or carry myself. This is my personal belt. I've worn this belt for the last 2 years. I've worn it for concealed carry, outside the waistband carry, shooting courses, driving courses, everything. This is my belt and I trust it 100%. If you're interested in picking one up, I don't currently have any listed on my website. The link in the description goes straight to the Core Essentials website. There's no kickback or commission or anything for me. It literally just takes you to Core's website. There's a ton of stuff on there. In addition to gun belts, they have fashion belts. They have several different colors and styles, several different buckles. There's a lot of things to fit a lot of different scenarios, not just, you know, fancy leather with a nice buckle. There's tactical stuff as well. Definitely check that out and pick one up for yourself if you're serious about concealed carry at all. That's going to do it for this video, guys. Remember, have a nice day. Now, this is called the triple. Now, this is called the triple threat effect. Now, this is called the triple threat solution. I have my primary, my secondary, and my tertiary. That means third one. Now, I need bullets. Now, I'm ready to go to the grocery store. Now, I'm ready to go play Call of Duty. What separates this belt from other Core Essentials belt, and blooper.